share, and subscribe.
Well, to begin this video, I'd like to thank those that actually watched the first one. For those that didn't and are just looking at this one, well, welcome. Welcome to Ting and Wall. This is actually another dual mat itself. Not a dual mat video in comparison to the first one. I wanted to actually spruce things up a bit. So I did mention in the prior video I wasn't really thinking about doing deck profiles. However, there is a chapter that the wife and I made. It's known as My vs. L. I know most people that actually do these deck profiles, they start up with their 3 of this, 3 of that, and then they work onto their 2s and their 1s, but I need to start off with one of the 1-ups that I use in this deck. One Cyber Harpie Lady. Sometimes in the duel you might actually need that 1800 attack beat stick. Turns into 2000 if the field is there. Maybe a little more depending on any other added bonuses on the field. And it's also a nice elegant egotist target. And after that, let's go with the 2 ofs of I wish there was lost art of this. 2 Harpie Lady 1s. Nice little 300 increase, counts as Harpie Lady anywhere. Self-explanatory, right? Now here's one that I'm not gonna say his name, but he tried offering me a decent amount of money for it and I said nah, that's not happening. Harpie Lady Sisters. For those that can zoom in or don't really notice it, it's a Metal Raiders first edition Harpie Lady Sisters. I am not gonna part with that ever. It's one of my favorites, just that I have in my own collection and flex going like, hey, look. Okay, so now let's go to the lost art. At least some of the lost art I have. 3 Harpie Channelers. Doesn't she look amazing in her actual form and not that censored bodysuit that they put for most of the Harpies overall? Not a fan of that. All I can tell you is, ditch a Harpie card and this thing basically starts off the whole game for you, as long as they don't drop a nice little hand trap on you. So come on, Konami, let's make all the Harpies lost art. Why not, right? Like this one. 3 Harpie Perfumers. Nice little help on the field. You just basically add anything that has Harpie Lady Sisters in its name. If you have a level 5 or higher Harpie, you get to add 2 as long as they're different names. Okay, so the next of 3 ofs would be 3 Harpie Harpist. I know some people look at it as like, oh great, I gotta wait until the end phase, but at least it helps you fetch something, especially when you're grinding in a game, so still can use it. The normal summon effect is actually pretty rare for you to come across, but it's there, just in case. Two Harpie Queens. Nice little card that you look at and you say, hey, do I want to ditch it, get a Harpie's Hunting Ground, or do I want to summon it and beat people up with it? Good for either or situation. Next we're gonna have 2 Harpie Dancers. Pretty self-explanatory with its normal summon ability, bounce a wind, bring another one out. And it's another little extra Harpie on your whole deck. Do like the lost art as well. Now for some of the 1-ups. 1 Harpie Oracle. Nice special summon target. One of my favorites in the deck. Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon. Gains effects depending on how many Harpies you have on the field. And the best part of it all, first edition, ultimate rare, Enemy of Justice. And then at least at the moment, I'm using 1 Harpie's Pet Dragon. I know that there's going to be a new version of it, a retrain, has better abilities, can special summon itself on proper conditions. Shout out to Yugioh. I did like that video. And now for one of the Dragon Rulers, or should I say the only Dragon Ruler that's not banned. Tempest. Once again, synchronizes well with the deck. If it's there out with Harpie Channeler, easy rank 7. Alright, that was all for the monsters. Now let's go on to the spells. Starting off with 3 Hysteric Signs. Probably one of the best spell cards in the entire deck. Lets you fetch your Elegant Egotist, whether it's in the deck or in the graveyard. Let's just say if your opponent decides to destroy that card after you use that effect, since you can only use one effect, it's a hard once per turn. Hey, look, 3 Harpie cards right to the hand, as long as they're different names. I have seen some people on turn 1 just set it, they destroy it themselves, get their 3, particularly a specific trap card that's in this deck, and say, hey, pass turn. Three Alluring Mirror split. Whether you're Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters, you get destroyed, just bring another one with a different name from the deck, bam, comes out. I know, a little bit of an old style effect, just like back in the day when people were running Shining Angel, Mystic Tomato. If for some reason they pop it, or you pop it yourself, grab a Harpie from the graveyard, bring it out to the field. It's a win-win. Now let's go with some of the 2-ofs. Got me 2 Elegant Egotist. Some people might be asking, why aren't you running 3 Elegant Egotist instead? Then I hold out this card. Remember that? Retrieves it from the deck or retrieves it from the graveyard. Even if they banish one, hey, it's only one. At least you have another one to play with. Little knock on wood, right? Two Harpie's Hunting Ground. I really don't think you need more than that. You can try bumping it up to 3 if you want to do your own deck build of it, but I want to say 2 is more than enough. Not to mention there's not too many back row heavy decks as far as I know. Harpie's Feather Rest. You target 3 Harpies. Could also be Harpie Lady Sisters in the graveyard. You add it to your deck, you draw 1 card. If you have a level 5 or higher Harpie on the field, you draw 2 cards instead. Sometimes I think I actually want to cut this card by 1, but then I think to myself, hey, maybe I might ditch one of them and then I'll use the other one, since it is a Harpie card you can use with Channeler. Speaking of which, Channeler's even in the artwork, just chilling right up there. Alright, the last part of the spells. Let's start with the 2 obvious and then I'll go with my own little secret sauce. Harpie's Feather Duster. Destroys the back row. Monster Reborn. Obvious Extender. Legend of Blue Eyes. And then last but not least, Swallow's Nest. Let's say you summon the card and they try to immediately banish it, negate its effect, something, just anything. You go, activate Swallow's Nest, tribute it off, bring out another wing beast from the deck with the same level. All the Harpies, it just opens up the network for you. And you just look at them like, haha, good try. Alright, last but not least, the traps. The most obvious one, 3 of Harpie's Featherstorm. You just look at your opponent, he tries to activate any effects. As long as you have a Harpie on the field, activate it from your hand. No. It's a big no for the entire turn. And I might as well just show this now, instead of wiping the field. 1 Hysteric Party. Hysteric Party is one of those back of the wall cards. Let's just say you're on a worst case scenario that, you gotta do something. All or nothing. As long as you have a good amount of Harpies in the graveyard, discard 1 card, summon them all. Just go for broke, right? I did get a decent amount of victories with this deck in general. Like, yeah, I can't keep up with a good amount of the meta decks, but it pulls up a pretty decent fight, at least in any sort of game. I want to say the extra deck itself is more for someone's choice, but one of the more important cards that I'll just show, I'm not going to show the entire extra deck that I use, is Phantasmal Dragon, Harpie Conductor, Desperate Doom Eagle. I haven't actually used this one, but Cyber/Harpie Lady does seem pretty interesting because you don't need any tunas on the actual deck. Last but certainly not least, this is actually more specific to the story of Mai vs. L. Here's a card that's going to appear there. Number 76. And if you want a little quick overview of the story of how the duel happens is, remember Wily Paladino that showed up on the first video? He actually gets trapped by L. Unfortunately, Wily might be strong, but you can outsmart him if you swing the story just in a certain direction. He can be quite gullible. So it's up to Mai to actually save him. If you made it to the end of this video, I do appreciate it for watching it. I would also like to just do a quick shout out to Bishop Jonesy. Good guy. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do this deck profile on his channel, and since I decided to open my own here with the wife, why not make it here? As always, if you like what you see, give us a like, maybe a share, or a subscribe. Pass it along. It does help the channel if you actually, tell people, hey, look at this interesting stuff. Look at this new YouTuber in general. Look at this nice artwork. I did post it in the actual description in the past. Hey, commissions are always open for any type of artwork. I want to say digital type of artwork is a lot more simple than getting a whole duel mat printed, but if that's what you're looking for, if you're local to the New York City/Long Island area, we'll more than likely work with you. Anything else will be more than likely just digital art. It's not too hard to actually grab the images that we actually make and turn them into a duel mat. But in any case, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.